Hi, my name is Gordon Stobbe. I'm a fiddle player and a fiddle teacher. I do a lot of fiddle camps and a lot of instruction stuff, and I publish books for fiddlers. And if you're a new fiddler and you might want to start playing the fiddle, this is one of my books. It's called Of Course You Can Play the Fiddle. This is a beginner's guide. And then there's a book 2 and a book 3 and lots of repertoire stuff as well for new fiddle players. But what I really like to talk about is maybe you're already a fiddle player, or maybe you're thinking of playing the fiddle and it's a daunting idea to play a second instrument. Well, the interesting thing about the mandolin is that the mandolin is tuned exactly the same way as a fiddle. So if I play a scale on the fiddle, it's exactly the same fingering on the mandolin, and you get to use a pick, which for some people, especially a converted guitar player, is a neat thing to be able to use a pick. The bow is a tricky little piece of work. Anyways, if you're thinking about taking up a second instrument as a fiddle player, I'd highly recommend the mandolin. For one thing, the mandolin, although it's not as slick for playing fast, snappy fiddle tunes, the picking is tougher. One thing you can do on the mandolin that you can't do on the fiddle very well is play really intricate and interesting chord progressions. So interestingly enough, and oddly enough, I've also published a book called Mandolin Chordology, which is the subtitle is How to Create Every Chord You Will Ever Need. And so one of the things that happens with fiddle players is they pick up the mandolin and they try to play it exactly like the fiddle, and so they probably are playing it more poorly than the fiddle. But when they start to figure out a chording plan, so you're not playing the melody, you can always play. If you don't know the melody on the fiddle, you're kind of stuck there. But if you don't know the melody on the mandolin and you know what the chords are, you're cool to go. You can get into the jam session and play forever. And if you play a mandolin in a band, like a bluegrass band, you will spend probably 80 or 90% of your time playing chords, not playing melodies. So the basic idea of this is to get you to play some chords that are not the simple beginner mandolin chords like this that we all learn, but to get up the neck and start playing some more sophisticated chord progressions. Finding your way through cycle of fifths chords, minor chords, and different types of chords that you might use that are not so much bluegrass chords, which are more on the major side. But it's an interesting study, and it will help your fiddle playing too in terms of hearing how chords fit together. If you're into improvising, understanding chords is essential. You really need to know about chords, and the mando is a great little instrument for doing that. I love to play rhythm with fiddle players or with singers on the mandolin, because you can dress tunes up, but you can also just play the chords. It's a really neat instrument for that. So if you're thinking of a second instrument, if you're a fiddle player, a chord instrument is a good idea, a good way to go, because it'll give you a broader understanding of music. And if you've heard fiddle tunes your whole life and you thought to yourself, man, would I love to ever play the fiddle? That just sounds like so much fun. There's jam sessions and stuff to do with other players. There's fiddle camps you can get to. And if you want to get started on your own and you want to work away at the fiddle, grab a book. The book comes with a CD. Both these books come with CDs, so there's lots of learning stuff on the CD as well. So grab an instrument and get to work. It's a great way to spend Friday and Saturday night with your friends.